UFC veteran Drew Fickett, 27 years old, 5 years the elder of Keita Nakamura, who will enter the octagon for his second time. Do notice Nakamura has a sizable reach advantage. For our official introductions, once again, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 13 wins with 1 loss and 2 draws. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Tokyo, Japan, Keita Nakamura. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 30 wins with 5 losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 170 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Tucson, Arizona, Drew the Master Fickett. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Steve Mazzagatti.
How loose is Drew Fickett?
Oh, I tell you what, that's just Drew Fickett. He is a crazy dude, ready to fight here tonight in the octagon. His 7th UFC. Mazzagatti gets us started. Fickett in the dark trunks, Nakamura in the white trunks. Tonight's clock sponsored by Grindhouse, a double feature thrill ride.
2 very exciting fighters. I was very impressed with Nakamura when he lost a close decision to Brock Larson, who's a very tough guy. And Drew Fickett, never in a boring fight. Drew Fickett's an animal.
Wow, what a great fight he has had previously. His last appearance against Carl Parisian.
Yeah, what a fantastic fight. I mean, he was overmatched. Carl won the decision, but I'll tell you, it was a war the whole way. Drew Fickett is just one of those dudes, just never say die. Like the fight with Josh Koscheck is a perfect example. He was losing until the last minute of the fight, lands a big shot, Koscheck gets rocked, he puts him down and chokes him to sleep. I mean, and that's what Drew Fickett does best. He's got awesome back control. If he gets your back, you're in deep trouble.
Fickett, the only man to hand a defeat to Josh Koscheck.
The other thing about Fickett is he's been in the octagon so many times. Like you see, as he got in there, he's so comfortable here. I mean, Nakamura, he's got 1 fight in. He's got some experience, but Drew Fickett, this is home for him.
The big question oftentimes with Fickett, though, is that you look at the Parisian fight, that was great, but with Nick Diaz, he was overwhelmed in his debut. With Josh Berkman, he was blown out. Sometimes you wonder which Drew Fickett will show up.
Oh, big elbow!
Well, that's the answer right there. Looking to finish here. A very determined Drew Fickett showing up here in round 1. High kick by Fickett. He smells blood.
I have to correct you. He actually put Josh Neer to sleep.
Yeah.
Nakamura takes Drew Fickett's back. He's got an arm. He's got to get that left leg out from the spot that it's at. What he's got right now, I can't tell if he's got Drew Fickett's right arm trapped in there.
That was Josh Berkman. He was blown out by Joe.
Yeah, Berkman caught him in the
guillotine. 3 Joshes in a row.
Yes.
Josh Neer, Josh Koscheck, and Josh Berkman.
Oh, he does have that right arm trapped. So what he's got there, he lost it. It was tough to tell, but what he had there was a triangle from the bottom, but he was never able to cinch it up. Now Drew Fickett's on top. And Drew Fickett's going to take his back if he rolls in that direction.
So Fickett trying to explode here in round number 1 against Keita Nakamura, the 22-year-old from Tokyo, Japan.
Drew Fickett had Nakamura in some pretty deep trouble there. Lands a couple punches here.
Nakamura was good, even though he lost to Larson, as you talked about, his first time not only in the UFC but fighting in the United States. A controversial decision in some find.
He showed a solid ground game and a lot of submission attempts against Larson. Larson's a real tough guy, though. Very solid wrestler. Real, just, bull strong guy.
Basically what happened, Joe, is Larson couldn't hurt him, but he shut him down to the point where Nakamura actually got cheered on a U.S. military base. Right now, though, Fickett doing a good job of imposing his will here in round number 1.
Yeah, Fickett has a different kind of game than Brock, though. Fickett is much more of a submission fighter. Brock's a real powerful, very beautiful pass like that. I love how he did that. Now, Drew likes to take that back. There he goes. Bang. And look how effortlessly he takes it back. He's in a twister position. Oh, he lost it. Now he's in his guard. I mean, that just shows you how good Nakamura is right there. Because Drew Fickett, usually when he gets your back, you're in a lot of trouble. He did not have under control there, and that's where he lost Nakamura. He had one leg locked over like in a twister position.
Fickett said coming into this fight he really wanted to try to push the pace, very much like Carl Parisian did against him.
Someone's bleeding. It looks like it's Nakamura. All over Fickett's chest.
Blood's coming from the top down on Drew Fickett. Nakamura trying to posture up a bit and punish Fickett here.
It's a cut above his left eyebrow. I think it's probably from one of those vicious Drew Fickett elbows.
Well, and Fickett really has been working
Fickett
on being more
onto a leg.
powerful, not only on the ground but also with his punches, elbows, and kicks. He's going to generate a lot more snap as he matures at 27 years old in this game, in which he's been in for a very long time. 36th fight in mixed martial arts of Drew Fickett's career. Yep, there's the blood.
Yeah, that's a bad cut.
And that's not a great spot either, Joe, because that blood's going to roll right over the eye downward, and that may affect the vision of Nakamura.
Yeah, this, if he can't do something in this round, this fight might be stopped just on the basis of that cut. That is a huge cut.
And you've talked about it before. The cut below the eye is actually better than above the eye because at least then it doesn't affect your vision.
Yeah, that's the big part about it. And, you also got to think about... You got to think about long term.
Yep.
That's a big giant cut like that. If the fight keeps going on, it could get bigger and bigger, and to the point where every time he fights, that thing's going to open wide up. Dangerous in every aspect of the game. This mixed martial arts.
Right, round two.
Does not take long to get hurt if you're not prepared.
Yeah, you can get hurt in every position in this sport. It's crazy.
So the master was the master of round number one. Oh, big right with a big right hand. See how long it takes for that cut to open again. If he takes some more rights to the head, it's going to open immediately. Fickett with a smile on his face, and here we go. Fickett with a big kick to the body.
Nice body kick.
Good defense, good head movement by Fickett there. Fickett is pushing the pace as he talked about.
Fickett loves those elbows. Much improved elbows.
Find yourself a new toy, you want to try it out, don't you? Yeah, that cut's open again, Joe. Yeah. Here comes the blood. Yeah, it's holding so far, but you can see the Vaseline is gone.
Nakamura lands some shots.
Fickett's got to move the head. Nakamura looking to put together combinations.
Fickett's so tough, though, and he's so relaxed. When punches are landing, he moves his head around, he rolls with things. I mean, that's what you get from 35 fights.
Tucson, Arizona. He is trained with some of the best of the best.
Good left hook by Fickett.
Fickett really looking for a definitive ending to this fight.
He's breathing very heavy, though.
Oh, he's swinging and missing now.
And shots.
Yeah, Nakamura's starting to score some points, Joe. Starting to push forward.
Nakamura's landing straight left.
Absolutely, that's 3 straight lefts that landed on Drew Fickett. Breathing out of his mouth, he does look like the gas is starting to go a little bit. That is not the look of a man with full cardio right now.
But again, because of the fact that he's such an experienced guy, he'll recover quickly and he stays relaxed to the point where he can perform even when he's tired. Nakamura doing a good job pressing his fight even with that messed up eye.
Well, Nakamura is very, very talented, has excellent endurance. Coming in, he was probably looking for the ground fight, but it looks like he is more than willing to exchange here in the second round. Ooh. Yeah, Fickett is on wobbly legs, it appears.
Fickett's taking some shots.
High kick, that's one of Fickett's favorites. Cardio is a fighter's best weapon.
He's taking some shots.
And Nakamura.
But again, Drew just picks it up,
Takes down Fickett.
Drew's got to do something to stop this onslaught.
Watch the elbow is what he's saying. You can't get the elbow to the top of the head. And Steve Mazzagotti's going to call the timeout. The point of the elbow can't hit the top of the head. Inadvertent as it was.
You hear his corner, Drew, take your time. And, you know, that is an illegal technique, but is it any harder than the legal elbow? This is a very gray area, the whole elbow legality thing, and it's often debated on the internet. I think, in my opinion, Drew is using this very wisely as an opportunity to take a little break here, catch his breath, recover, and come back in. Let's look at that. You see the way he's throwing that elbow? That is an illegal elbow. He's throwing it downward. Now, elbows are supposed to be thrown in, I mean, it's supposed to come across. It's supposed to come, and why? I'm not sure. Big John McCarthy's tried to explain it to me before, and I've actually gone over it with Randy Couture, and he didn't really even understand what. Drew Fickett obviously was very tired. Okay.
Go over here and relax, man.
Fickett, as you said, take all the time he wants. So it's the way, the direction of the elbow coming down, correct, Joe? Yep.
Yeah.
What happens then?
So you keep scratching the top of his head like you caught him in the top, but from the replay, it looked like he caught him on the side.
Well, he might.
And it's not just the top of the head, to clarify. It's the direction in which the elbow comes down.
Let's take a look at it again. It's the face, and there's one on the top of the head, but that one seemed to be more of like the meat of the arm. It didn't. We could see that from another angle. That one didn't seem to be the one that did the damage. It seemed to be the one that hit him in the face. This might just be some excellent acting by Mr. Fickett.
Well, especially for a man who was clearly out of gas.
Yeah, but you know what? Look, it's not like he's trying to quit. He's trying to take a little break.
We got a concussive or anything, you know.
Doctors will take a look at Drew Fickett. He's pretty wobbly, man. Most important thing is the safety of our fighters. All right, doctors taking their time, making sure that Fickett can continue.
See, now this has been a great opportunity for Drew. Drew's had a chance to recover. He's caught his breath. He's not breathing heavy anymore.
2 minutes remains in this round.
You want to fight, Drew?
Just a bit over 2 minutes.
Okay, you
ready? He says he's fine.
You ready? Keep it clean,
All
guys.
right, it continues. Fickett comes right out. Fickett.
Good right hand by Fickett.
Inside leg kick.
Yeah, Fickett's just revitalized now.
No question. The illegal elbow has given him a chance to catch his breath, basically, even though he was clearly rocked.
Yeah, that's a happy elbow for Drew Fickett. That made a big difference for him. That little break is what he needed.
Nakamura looking up at the clock, knows there's about 90 seconds left in this round.
Stomps. Again with the foot stomp. Drew Fickett has obviously recovered nicely. I mean, it might have just been that he just pushed the pace too hard in that second round, rather.
Well, and the interesting thing is, Joe, is he said he wanted to push the pace. I don't think he had it in the back of his mind. He was going to push it to the point that he was going to gas himself out.
Well, what we saw with Nakamura is he's got incredible endurance. We saw in the Brock Larson fight. He's a guy who performs at the last minute of the last round exactly the same pace that he performs in the first minute of the first round. He's got excellent conditioning, and he's one of those guys that doesn't muscle things. He's got great technique. His punches and his grappling technique is very crisp and solid. And when you have efficiency of motion like that, you tend to conserve energy better. Guys that explode into things and jump at you with wild punches and stuff, those are the guys that gas quicker because it expends much more energy. I mean, Drew Fickett's style is a wild style. Like, look at that. Throws that punch, drop down immediately. I mean, he's a very explosive guy, and all that exploding and all of that right there. I mean, it pays dividends, it wins fights for you, but it also wears you out.
2 rounds in the books.
Right, guys, last
Round number 3, Fickett and Nakamura. Fickett wants to go. Fickett's going to look to finish this real quickly here. Nakamura got the better of him in round number 2, even before the stoppage.
Yeah, Nakamura was landing some good shots.
Trying to work the inside elbows now is Drew Fickett.
Very crisp, straight punches by Nakamura.
Looking for some knees from Nakamura in this position.
You hear Drew Fickett's corner yelling out, "Take your time, make him do something." That's clearly indicating that Drew's tired. You know, that they don't want him to push the pace. And nice takedown by Drew Fickett.
Fickett has fought in many of the smaller organizations and had great success, has held many a belt.
He's been in there with some very, very tough guys.
No question.
And again, I mean, just from that fight with Koscheck, losing every minute of the fight up until the last one.
I mean, even in
Landed a
his
big
UFC
shot.
career, Nick Diaz, Josh Neer, Josh Koscheck, Josh Berkman, Kurt Pellegrino, Carl Parisian.
Well, that's some animals right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Shows you how deep 170 is in the UFC.
You know, and he's over 500 with that record. I mean, that's what's really impressive.
Trying to recover here in round 3 and just kind of eke himself out of victory against Keita Nakamura.